Here is a comparison that lots of people have been wanting to do. For this comparison, it was a comparison between the 1982 micromark 12-inch desk fan and the 1990s micromark 12-inch desk fan. As we can see, the 1980s one is a much bigger badge than the 1990s one, as you can see right there. Also, the logo is different, as you can see. Here's what the two fans look like. I think they use different plastic, as you can tell. I will show you the blade pitch. Here's the blade pitch from the 1980s model. That's nice and deep. And there's the 90s model blade pitch. Not that deep. The 1990s has the blade pitch is worse than that fan. Because I know that 1980s micromark has better blade pitch and SMC made 12-inch desk fans. The 1980s, but the 90s models one is worse. So yeah, that fan has much better blade pitch than that one. Yeah, that's what the blade cap of the 90s model looks like. That's what the 1980s one looks like. As you can see. The grill, I think the grill's slightly thicker on this fan than that one. Anyways, I'll turn them to the side for you. So I can do like side back comparisons. This is what the side view of both of these fans look like. They have the same style of tilt adjustment, except just on a different side. Like they click. And this one. I just gotta be careful because the back grill, I don't want to unbend it. As you can see, the motor housings are very different. That's the motor housing of a 90s micromark. That's the motor housing of a 1980s one. So yeah. This also applies to different brands like Colton. Like, it's not just micromark branded fans. It applies to all different brands. Here's the back view of both of them. The blades are similar shaped and the same colour. As you can see, the handle on this one is here. The handle on this one is here. As we can see. Now I'll try and check the information sticker on both of them. If you're wondering, the 1980s model is heavier. But that's a good sign that the 1980s model is heavier, because that's a sign that it's better built and better quality. But I'll do a quality test. Before we do a quality test, let's try and show you the info sticker off both of these. Okay, this is going to be difficult. Okay, I'm going to show you the 90s model one first. This is going to be really difficult to show it because the rounded motor housing just makes it harder to lay it down. MM9063 12-inch electric desk fan complies with BS3456. It is 50 watts as well. 240 to 220 to 240 volts. Made in China. And yeah, it's someplace in London. It's made in China, but the 90s models were made in China. The 80s models were not made in China. MM8918 12-inch electric desk fan complies with BS3456. I don't know what BS3456 is. 220 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 Hz, 50 watts. Made in Taiwan. Yeah, this is a Taiwan made fan. This is a Chinese made fan. Okay, let me just fix this up. It's kind of hanging on the cord. Okay. The next thing is quality. My camera, oh my god, oh my goodness. There we go. Quality of the build. See, nice and tough. Okay, with that, the 1980s model was better in quality of build. But it's not just about quality. It's also about airflow and noise level. The 80s model is much worse yellowing. So we're going to switch them both onto low. Oh, I was sitting on my phone the entire time. Oops. Hopefully I'm in my phone. Okay, I think my phone's fine. If you would switch off, please. Now that, the 80s model is much better in airflow, but the 80s model is noisier on low. Medium. The 80s model is also a lot more stronger and around similar in noise level. High. The 80s model is a lot stronger and the 90s model is noisier. Now I'll show you spin on time. They're pretty much the same. Now next up is oscillation. As you can see, the oscillating knobs are quite different on the 80s compared to the 90s model. Okay, now let's switch them up to low. Sorry about that, I just was closing the floor on the way. Yeah, make about the same amount of noise in medium. Okay, the 1990s has a slower oscillator. A doorbell goes off. Now let's disengage the oscillation release fans. Because the 90s model disengaged. I'll do the 80s. I'll actually just switch it back down to low. As I'll do spin on time from low. As you can hear, the 80s model, the 90s model is really quiet on low, but the 90s model gets really noisy on high and medium. The 80s model has got better spin on time. So with that, the noise level is about the same because that one's noisier on low, they're the same on medium, and that one's noisier on high. Airflow, that micromark completely destroys that micromark in airflow. That one is so stronger than that one. That one's quite weak. That one is way stronger. But build quality, that one's a lot better than that one. So for me, the 1980s model is better than the 1990s model. And I recommend you get that one over that one. But still, that one's still good. I'm not saying that one's bad. That one's still good, just that one's a lot better. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see ya.